This is part 2 of Jesus in the Heart. Question: how many times have you had the best intentions and you acted on those intentions and they blew up in your face? That happens to me a lot. As a matter of fact, I think that's one of my best gifts. Yes. Well, thinking about that, I reflected upon Judas, and I submit that I have a bit of empathy for him, only in the aspect that, the best intentions tend to blow up in your face. And as for his, part, indeed. So I submit, first of all, that reading throughout the Synoptic Gospels, you can see that it takes a long time for the apostles to figure out who Jesus really is. Most of them kind of thought, well, he was going to be restoring Israel to the dynasty of David, kick the Romans out, and it's all going to be terrific, great. I submit Mr. Judas had the same idea. I submit that Judas was frustrated with Jesus because Jesus wasn't going that path. So his motivation to betray Jesus was to put Jesus on the spot and reveal to the Pharisees and the Sadducees who he was, and that indeed he had the power to restore Israel to the period of David's reign. And of course, that would mean that they would have sovereignty. They would kick out the Romans. Unfortunately, like good intentions, it blew up in his face. Jesus was crucified, which had to happen. He was resurrected, which had to happen. But it states that Judas comes to the conclusion that an innocent person, Jesus, was crucified. And when he figured that out, and it just blew up in his face, that's when he went out and hung himself. So, yes, I submit that, well, Judas did have a heart problem. But the major problem, Mr. Judas, is that his heart was not changed to understand what was really going on with Jesus, and that he was not to be the king of Israel as a country, at least at that time, but he is the king of our hearts.